Welcome everyone. We are on Skyrim Special Edition for the Xbox. We are playing Uthgar the Battle Mage. He has developed rather nicely. As you see, we are level 38. He is a heavy armor and robe-wearing battle mage. He has started to equip ebony gear, which is pretty darn good. As you see, he's got iron arrows on the back, but that's just what he's got on. There's Sanguine's Rose and Battle Axe of Hatred again, so that's there. We are doing a little stream tonight because other plans fell through, which is fine, that's part of life. Got nothing to condense there. By the way, one of the best mods ever in Skyrim. Let's see, what's our carry weight looking at? Looking pretty good. See, we have 925 pounds of potential carry weight, and we're only at 157, so we're doing just fine. Last stream we did join the companions, and found out that they were, at least the upper end of the companions, were a bunch of werewolves, and they're being hunted by the Silver Hand. So we're now in that mess for some reason, because Uthgar, he's not much of a into other people. He was abandoned when he was first arriving in Skyrim. He is a Nord, but he's not from Skyrim. He was a traveling guy. Liked to be on ships, and he was abandoned by his crew on an island just off of Solstheim. He doesn't know why.
Well met,
Thought the game just destroyed itself there. It did not. But we are going to head north for the simple reason we want to hunt snow bears. And the only place snow bears are is north. As you see, a guard mod that makes them look pretty. Dragon helmets and all. So we're going to travel north and see if we can't kill 5 snow bears. It's about 11:30 at night now. So we'll probably do this for a couple hours, and then I'll go to bed. And then we'll pick some more up mid-morning or so tomorrow, perhaps. And we'll see what happens. But for now, let's do a little walking and muffle grinding, because we might, on our path to the snow bears, level up enough to where we change our mind and go after a couple of relics, which would be ideal. Because once we get those, we pretty much have our character set in terms of that type of gear. As you see, he's now able to go to level 39, so I think this is going to happen. I don't think we're going to make it to fight snow bears. I think we're going to do something completely different, which I am excited for. We're just moseying right along. Remember, if it's an artifact, it's something we want. Whether it be Daedric, Adric, it doesn't matter. We want artifacts. We don't care much for others, and they didn't care much for us, so the heck with them. That was kind of weird. I heard a big old semi-truck horn there, and I thought it was a dragon just for a split second. I was like, oh, we're gonna have ourselves a fight. A couple streams ago I was able to get alteration up to 90, which has changed the game. Ooh, some alchemy experience, also known as Nirnroot. And that, folks, right there, level 30 in alchemy. That is what we were waiting on. Speaking of dragons, hello. There he is. Let's see where he's headed. Probably know where we want to be. We do have Elemental Bolt. If he shows up, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. Try and draw his attention. Contemplating doing a Dragon's Dogma run on stream. I think that'd be a lot of fun on hard difficulty. But that dragon decided he wasn't going to be invested in us. So we shall move on with life. We're going to go ahead and level up because reasons. Alchemy. The most important one. And then we'll get that, and our alchemy tree will almost be done. But while we're doing this, do we have any ingredients? Yep. So it begins. We start learning things about ingredients. We're gonna be chewing a lot. Sometimes it'll be good, sometimes it'll be bad. Either way, it'll be a lot of fun. Nothing like chewing on random stuff and seeing what happens to you. That's how they decide their alchemy. Yum yum. Want to chew on this spider egg? Go ahead. This skeever tail, also, it's a rat tail basically. Yeah, go for it. It's delicious. All kinds of fun. I like the pastel map markers. They're pretty. But you see, I've pretty much got my level maker. I'm basically doing this now just to get to level 40 because we're gonna do artifact quests. We're not gonna bother with the snow bears. Things have changed. Prospects are different than they used to be, so that is good. Illusion continues to increase, so that's fine. Listen here, Mr. Giant Man. If I want to go in here, I'm going in here. And if I want to murder a giant, well, I better gain more levels. So here's the thing, we ain't gonna do it. What we are gonna do is try and get out of here. Yeah, successfully too. First try. Also, level up. As you notice, the magicka is increased over 400. Beautiful. Let's keep it going. Because we're at level 40, we get 2 skill points thanks to the mod. See, there's another one. That gives us what we need. So we got one more thing here. Really 2. But it's going to be a while before we get twice as many ingredients and pure mixture, so that's okay. We have time. Alchemy is a good thing. It's going to give us many, many, many things. We're going to become very powerful. I'm going to hit you with a one-handed weapon because it'll be funny. Because I've decided as a battle mage, one-handed weapons are better than 2. And why is that? Because we can keep one hand free for spells, as you see. This jerk wants to run away. I don't want him to. He's no longer got that option. I do believe I just saw... we got a modded gem there for that too. Something I want to kill. A snow bear. Go ahead, bear. Run. No matter how far you run, I will find you. I will find you. You see there's a snow bear pelt, so that's awesome. We'll go ahead and make our healing. Turn it back to elemental bolt. We'll make a quick save because we got that. Now every weapon we pick up will be its strongest form because we've hit level 40. Level 40 is kind of the magic number for that, so... yeah, yes. Sneak is not something we're going to be doing. As you can see, no need. Okay. Yeah, see. And we've discovered the Lord Stone. Some agati. We'll drink the wine. Why not? Wine's delicious. Pop one of these. Hello, new viewer. I feel bad because chat has not been working all day, so if anyone even tried to chat, I wouldn't be able to see it. TikTok was acting strange today too. It was weird. Yeah, I TikTok. We've hit level 40. We are excited about that. We're just unlocking a couple locations now because why not? While looking for a couple snow bears, we found one, which is nice. Takes care of an issue later. We have a Companions Guild quest to hunt out snow bears, and the snow bears are, after all, horrible, horrible things that need to be taken care of. Well, ain't this a surprise? I found some bandits. He's immediately going to regret his life decisions. I mean, just... horrible bandits. See, he's on fire. See, he's on fire, just like I said. He gave up, but he died in the process. A necklace of minor stamina, that's cool. We like that. Iron halberd, that'll break down into some iron ingots, which is awesome. I rather like this design. See, I like these weapons. I'm glad I put that mod back in. I haven't played with it in a long time. It really seemed to cause issues with earlier runs that I did, but it's been pretty stable so far. Like, the game has not absorbed out of hand as much as it should. It's been actually fairly good. Down we go. Unlocking a couple of spots here for future reference. See, these bandits are going to be like, oh, you can't be here. I'll see you in a few. You won't be there when I come back, because there'll be a civil war without end. No, we'll complete the civil war. Grundamore. Interesting. Two Corundamores, which is pretty nice. We'll get 2 ingots out of that, which may combine with iron ingot to make locks, which will help our housing development. We are in a housing development program after all. We want to own all the properties. We do have a mod where we can buy all the shops and make profits and do that, and we haven't bought any yet. We haven't really focused on that aspect yet. You see, this is the Hall of Vigilance, and because Dawnguard has started, even though we haven't participated in anything, here we are. See, Vampires of Ardenfell, those were not something you wanted to be a part of. See a Death Hound here. Oh boy. Not good. Not good. We're going to go ahead and unlock this mammoth area after taking that Death Collar Hound. And see where we go from there. Because we have not been up north yet, which is weird for me. I usually take the beginning of the game to run around up north and power level. I did not do that. Oh my. Banditos will immediately regret their life. How did you guys beat the giant? Oh balls. You don't want anything to do with me. I am a terrible human being. You understand? I'm just here to pick up these guys' nonsense. You don't want to fight me. Look, I'm backing up, see? I'm backing up. So disgruntled. I tell you. So much angst. As you see, arrows are irrelevant now. We are fully committed to the Battle Mage playstyle. Why cast an arrow when you can... Why shoot an arrow when you can cast a destruction spell? And if it's an undead, run a restoration spell. Because we now have an offensive restoration spell against undead, which has helped our restoration skill level up rather nicely. Here comes a bad guy. Here comes a bunch of bad guys. He's dead now. This is an interesting situation. What do we have here?
Who in Dagon's name are you? Speak, or I'll
Dagon,
cut you down
huh?
where you stand.
I'd be curious to know who's Dagon, but
I was part
what's
of
going on here?
the ruins here. Friend of mine went crazy and stole the boss's sword. They blamed me for it. Look, I'm done here. Mop the floor with these idiots for all I care. Just get out of my way.
Okay. I will. Gear's bounty. Kill Isa and Rajir on sight. 100 gold to whoever brings me their heads. Spread the word. Kier. Interesting. We're down with causing mayhem. We are all about that. We just picked... Oh, no. We have a rule. We don't touch... Look at these things. That's disgusting. We want nothing to do with those. We're okay with that, though. So, should we go do this area? I think we should. I think this would be a good thing to do. We're gonna head on in to the Pale Lady, find the sword, and learn more about the theft. So, draw our stuff, in we go. Ain't nothing wrong with going after a potential interesting situation in here.
But Isa? She's smarter than that.
Bashir was always dragging her into things. You picked a bad time
You're on
to get
fire
her,
and
friend.
not losing health, so that sucks. Also, you're dead. No one cares that you yielded. Yield that. As you see, we have long-lasting fire. And that is why we are not afraid of anything. Except Master Locks. We're terrified of Master Locks. That's just an apprentice one, though. Jeez, those Master Locks, I tell you. Take all the songs of Millennial. The Oblivion Crisis, that was a terrible time for the world. Dances in Fire, we already have one of those. Once again, I miss the mod that put stuff in there. It was nice to get like straw and stuff. Ooh, elven arrows. Citrine, studded armor, boots, and money. Alright. I'll take that arrow for no reason. I'll drink the ale. Oh, wait, steel short sword will break down. That's good. Make sure everything up here is kosher. Okay. These guys are into YouTube comments. I've been getting some of those lately. YouTube's a mean people's app. I don't understand why people are so mean to each other. Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand why people think it's okay to talk the way they do to people. I guess it just shows the age. I tend to try and just have a good time, and if people like my stuff, they like my stuff, and if they don't, well, that's okay too. But I'm learning, don't feed trolls, don't be mean to mean people. It doesn't do any good. Just gives them a reason to hate you more than they already do. Now that door's locked from the other side. That's a thing. I need to think about left-handed rings pretty soon. I got the Ring of Transmutation on my right hand, which is beautiful, but
There's a whole shift down
it'd
there.
be nice to have
Where's orders?
another one. Apollo.
Goes
Okay.
in or out until
Ooh, look at that, a glass dagger. That's beautiful. If I was playing an assassin-type character, that would be
Picked a bad time to get lost.
top-notch gear. Like high-end light armor. Though I do have like Stallroom and Daedric light armor mods situated in the game, so glass armor is no longer the highest end of that. An Orcus Trident, that's cool looking. I really like those modded weapons. For some reason, they did a really good job on those. Some people might disagree, but, you know, it's better than what I can do. Why should I complain about stuff they've put out for people? The Madmen of the Reach. The Yellow Book of Riddles is a Morrowind book. You actually can have a quest on that. It sends you in the wrong direction. The Ransom of Zarek, that's a heavy armor book. I'll take that. See, right now I'm just going straight destruction because it's more fun. I can level it up a little quicker. Thief of Virtue. It's an Oblivion book, I think.
The boss went down there today?
An end table, okay. Gears log. Basically, they found something downstairs, and we need to see what that is. We're curious. Hello, Dwarven Mace and Stamina Potion. We're liking the gear that's starting to pop up, that's for sure. Definitely a high-ender quality. Rajir's Note. See her in every shadow, her voice is on every breath, the wind in my dreams, in my ears, in my mind, the pale lady. We have to stop her. Just return the sword and we can shut her away forever. I can't take this anymore. I have to do it. I must. Rajir. Elsa's notes. So they found this pale lady, and she's got this sword. And if you take possession of it, she'll drive you mad. Unless you can either kill her or make the spirit happy by returning the sword to its rightful spot. Guess which one we're gonna do? I'll give you a hint. It's not the right decision. We are not doing the right thing. So forget it. Oh, look, they're holding hands. They're legit. Oh, see, isn't that nice? They die together. Steel hatchet, drink the mead. If I'm not careful, I'm going to get, like, hammered. We don't want to do that. Not as a Nord. That wouldn't be very Nord-like. It'd be completely Nord-like. It'd be the most Nordic Nord thing a Nord could do is drink while fighting people with a big two-handed weapon.
You picked a bat. Where are you?
What?
Looky here. Looks like we got ourselves a hero.
He didn't make it. You have no business fighting me. See, hide boots we can take. They're not ugly. Ice arrows, nice. I just picked up a Yellow Book of Riddles. No need to take more. That's just being greedy. As you see, it's not going well for them. Gosh darn it. We don't accept fur shoes. They're just disgusting. The idea of fur shoes to me is just ugly. There, we've opened up a door that we needed to open. Clearly. What's in the wardrobe? Merchant boots? Okay. See, that makes sense. Merchant boots aren't bad.
Ain't this a surprise?
Oh, you're dead. Ain't it though? Let's make sure we got everything before we... Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get the Stalrum because why not? In our very first stream we picked up the Ancient Nord pickaxe because the Stalrum or the Solstheim blacksmith at the settlement we were at said some crazy old man took his, and if we could get it back for him. So we did. And he's like, oh, you can keep it. And we started realizing people are kind of stupid. Like, why are you that? Why did you make me get that just so I could keep it? But whatever, I'll keep it. And I did, and it's paid off in spades so far. So, ooh, iron ore. You know what that means? If you have a Coke, drink it if you got it. 9 hits. It'd be a weird drinking game every time you mine an ore, you take a drink. Would not go well. Don't do that. I don't advocate it. I don't acknowledge that existence. Oh, I thought those were iron ores. I got excited because the shovel threw me off. In Legacy of the Dragonborn, you get ruined books, and they can turn it into regular books, like 20 of them for a regular book. We'll eat that. Staff of the Familiar. See, that one, we ran into a mage with one of these, and he was kind of a pathetic mage. In fact, he wasn't a mage at all. He just had his grandpa's staff and didn't know what he was doing, so he gave it to us after some verbal convincing, aggressive negotiations without a lightsaber. We're good people.
You can't hide from me.
Oh, there I am. You're on fire. You're on fire. You're still on fire. I'm just gonna keep shooting you because it's funny. You thought you could stop me for some reason. That's ridiculous. Greater Soul Gem. Another staff. We're not taking your stupid fur shoes. You can keep your steel axe. It's not useful to me. A useless Skyrim trap, which is a joke. That's why we're trying to get to level 16 sneak. That chest is empty. We'll go ahead and quick save here.
College, Dar said. Use your smarts, he said. Like I'm supposed to figure out which college he meant. Now ain't this a surprise?
You should have gone to the college. Whatever college it was better than this. But you made your decision, dude. I don't make it for you. Embalming tools? What the heck do we want embalming tools for? Is that silver ore? Oh, right. I thought it was orichalcum ore, which was useless, but silver ore will work. We can transmute it into gold. And then make gold ingots. Yeah. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? We'll go ahead and quick save that. We're down with the quick save. We've entered a burial ground. Frostmere Depths. Cyrodiil is a cradle of human civilization culture. Ontario is the largest province in the nation. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is the end of the dungeon. Hey, Kier.
Finally, someone came.
Yep. You what?
The cat, Rajir, ambushed me. He's trying to take the sword back. I can't.
Interesting. See, his soul just became a wisp. Which is terrifying. He now belongs to the Pale Lady. Pale Lady kind of reminds me of the... like Avatar the Last Airbender type thing. By the way, this is a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. Like what we're doing here, I do not recommend doing. Like if this was real life, we would not be doing it. Rajir, he's dead. And you look, oh man, that pale blade is beautiful. Look at that. We're keeping it. Target takes 25 points of frost damage to health and twice as much to stamina. Creatures and people above level 20 flee from combat for 30 seconds. It belongs to me. Here's the interesting thing. She is a wisp mother. And we're keeping this damn sword. Like, I don't know what to tell you, lady. This sword is mine. You are banished from this realm. Done and done. Yeah, the sword is mine. Like, I was never returning that. Ever, 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 ever. 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 It's too precious. Yeah. Why won't you love me, gold coin? It's okay, I don't need it. I don't need it. I have what I want. I get what I came for. But guess what? There's something else. You hear it? That's right. Pale Lady's not the only thing here. First there's a chest. A lot of Jagger coins. Vlad Valara stone. A grand soul gem, a magic poison. A silver sapphire necklace and dwarven gauntlets. That is a chest, folks. That's not a bad thing. But here's the word wall. Give it to me. Thank you. So you see I learned a word. A shout. Might as well use Foos. I knocked those bugs right out of the air, as you see. They're dead. They thought they were fine, but they're not. We're going to go ahead and quick save. We accomplished something I didn't expect to accomplish. I did not see the Pale Lady coming. Like, I didn't think we'd be doing that right now. But at level 40, there's no reason not to. So that was awesome. Totes my goats. Ow. And now we've activated this door back to the beginning of the dungeon. The big circle's complete. Hooray! Also, there we go. Feel a little better now. A little more healed. Back out to Skyrim. A sudden itch on my chin. So you see we are halfway through level 40. That's cool. I'm kinda stunned we did that. Like, I was not expecting it, so we're gonna throw down a hard save actually. Because we got a relic. The Pale Blade is pretty awesome. And you see we cleared Frostmere Keep, and we've discovered just Lordstone and the Hall of Vigilance. And a fort. We could head up towards Dawnstar now. I think that might be a good idea. Let's head towards Dawnstar. Why not? Like, we're not going to stay in Dawnstar because I have plans, but no reason not to head there and get it on the map. Right? Right. Dawnstar has its own issues. We don't really want to do Dawnstar's content yet. It's not on my radar, let's just say. Nachmiddagskalt. Or however you say it, I don't care. I feel like they just threw letters together. Like when they made Morrowind and the names, I feel like they just threw letters together. This name sounds cool, let's use that. Well, no one said, oh, that sounds stupid. They're just like, okay. They had way too much time for writing in Morrowind, and it showed, and it was awesome. They really did a good job with the writing. It's one of those things that you really don't expect anymore from Bethesda. Good writing. Fun video games, like Fallout 4 is a very fun game that I cannot get into. I don't know why. I think it's because I like the fantasy setting more than the post-apocalyptic setting. Even though Fallout is about mankind putting the world back together, and this is more the world has fallen apart and we don't know how to put it back together, which is more post-apocalyptic than any of that, so. I'd make a very interesting vampire character. But I've never played a vampire character, like, fully. I've never invested in it fully. I've played vampires, I think they're reversed in Skyrim and Oblivion. It started in Oblivion, where if you feed, you get weaker, but if you don't feed, your vampire becomes stronger, and that's weird. And I know there's mods in Skyrim that correct that issue. Vampires aren't fun for me. They're more a curse than they are a benefit. ESO had no issue with vampires. It was probably the best they've ever really done with a vampire thing, where it didn't make you feel like you were weak. ESO had good content. Like, people can say what they will about ESO, but if you just take it as a microcosm, as a game in its own little universe, the game's a lot of fun, and it really has very interesting factions. Like the Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild DLCs were a lot of fun. Highly recommend watching that. Not sure why this person's following me. I mean, whatever, it's just something tells me that won't stick. Anyway, internet, sometimes it's weird. I'm learning. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm learning. I'm having fun doing it. It's becoming a fun hobby. I had a friend tell me today it's not making money, so I don't care about it. And I really feel like that misses the point of doing stuff like this. There are people that want to do this for a living. I have a full-time job. I don't need to do this for a living. I have no real desire to do this for a living. I don't want this to be my full-time job. I understand people that would. And I play enough video games to where it probably could be, but the thing is, if it becomes your full-time job, you have to start catering to people and start doing what they want you to do. Because now they control your income. Now they are your customer. And to me, that's not a fun way to play a video game. Video games are supposed to be entertainment, not some thing where I'm going to wait here until I can sell stuff. Not something that you should be aspiring to exploit And some people do, and that's, you know, their thing. And they make good money on it. There's a lot of Twitch people in here that make really good money. They do really good stuff, and you can't argue with it.
Seems like no one is getting a decent
But
night's rest in Dawnstar, stranger.
I'm not
Let's
one of
buy
them.
your steel and move on.
No one's getting any rest. Why not?
Nightmares.
I'm not saying I'm not putting out good
I've never
content. I mean, I know I'm
seen a
not.
man or woman who doesn't
I mean,
admit
you can't
to
see
having
my face on here. You can't.
a bad dream. I can
I
handle
know the microphone quality is not the
Everyone having
best
the
because I'm
same
using a
dream
headset.
every night. It's a curse, I say. I hear there's a priest of Mara.
But
visiting
I've also
me.
been doing this for,
Maybe the
what, a
divine
week?
could cure.
So,
My wife Sarah
charge
and
of this
I
forge?
run it together. She's still Smith's.
I find it
even though we
interesting
found out she is a child.
that
Our son or
I've watched a lot of
daughter don't
Twitch,
get much Redguard culture
and
here in Skyrim. I know my wife worries how she will pass along
Twitch
the-
culture is very
Hey, if you
different
find
than
a
real
book
life.
called Night Falls on Sentinel, could you bring it?
I mean,
It's a story from my wife's
it's
people.
a very interesting social experiment. I mean, people are going to write histories on how YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook changed how people interact with each other.
Good on
Yeah,
you.
if I see it, I'll bring it to you. And I don't think it's necessarily
I work
for the
on a
best.
few moorings here and there for it. Most of the ship captains are superstitious about who works on their vessels, though. And Dawnstar is known for its bad luck. We're the last port of call before Windhelm, and the ore we trade makes rich targets for pirates. Come back if you need steel. Need a dagger?
Yeah,
Take
I
a look.
wanted to sell. Ooh, excuse me, hiccups. My goodness. Yeah, I wanted to sell him stuff, and he's like, "No, I'm done talking." No, you're not. I don't care. Irons. Orcish dagger. Definitely ain't selling the pale blade. That's a mine. You ain't getting that. But we will give you all this fur armor. We'll give you the hide armor. Give him the things, because and the studded armor. That's how you save on the weight of things. Ebony helmet, ebony shield. I really should buy an ebony shield, but honestly, ebony shields become very common very soon, so we're gonna hold off on it.
Farewell.
Drugger Death Lords carry a lot of ebony items, so it's very
I'm wondering.
unnecessary to
After the baby's born, we should move.
buy ebony gear. Except armor. They don't carry armor, so.
I'm just worried about raising a child
Seems like
in the middle of this
take a look.
war of yours.
It's in a book, The Reading Rainbow. I will sell that away.
War of mine. It's not my war, Sarah.
Your people's war.
Let's go sell some iron ore just because we can. And it will give us. It'll make us look good. Hey,
Just
you.
one of the
Hey, you.
miners. I don't want any trouble.
Ironbreaker.
Not you?
You're
Yeah.
wrong to come here, stranger. No rest in. I'll buy everything
go.
you've dug up.
Yes, you will. We've just helped a person. Ingredients. Eat 'em. Eat 'em. Eat 'em. Eat 'em. Eat it. Eat it all. Get the
Divine
ingredients.
Sanctuary. Who do you think
See
we're
how pretty
fucking with our old war wounds?
the
We're not
mods have
soldiers
made
anymore.
Imperial armor compared to Stormcloak.
Ulrich is wearing his old Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service, Scald. The Legion taught us loyalty, and we're loyal to Dawnstar.
This isn't over. I catch you sending one letter to General.
This guy is a terrible Thane.
Both executed.
Not Thane, but
Are you all right?
Jarl. He just is a terrible king. Jarls are kings in their own right. And then you have the High King. I need this guy to stop being on the smelter so we can break down stuff. That would be cool. Awesome. See, everything's fine. Very good. Very good. I still don't know what we use this for. Brass, bronze, and copper. No idea. Uh-huh. So we've managed to get a few things. We'll quick save. What's our carry weight? Okay. Let's go hither. Let's go this way. We're going to go to the mortar and pedestal.
The mortar and pestle makes potions, if you can't tell from the name. No, I don't have anything for bad dreams. Take a look.
It's in a book, the reading rainbow. See, that's in my head now. Anyway. Still got plenty of healing potions, which is good. Plenty of healing potions. We like the healing potions. If we can get fire salts, we're going to buy those. If we ever find Daedra cards, we're going to buy those.
Let me know if you come down with them.
Okay. That's cool. Let's go unlock a few more things and pick up a few things. Getting the Pale Blade really put, like, the need to do a few things on the back burner. So, it opened up some possibilities. And we're just going to take advantage of that. It should not treat Skyrim like a checklist. That's not a good idea. That ship's a modded in ship. It's there as a preview for Beyond Skyrim items. You can buy clothing and a few of the weapons from around Skyrim. Like a mithril battle axe, which is totally badass, and they totally were like, here's some mithril battle axe. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But you can't buy any armor or one-handed weapons yet, or a bow or anything like that. You just buy the battle axe. It's a preview. But it's nice that they did it, so that mod I approve of. Oh look, our first little starfish. Okay, yeah, this is where that mod comes into play. I put in collectible there. I mean, they're not worth anything really. It was 3 septums, but it's a neat little thing to collect that I used to run around trying to get for Legacy of Dragonborn runs on the PC. Bump up my alchemy one. That's good. We approve of the alchemy increase. That's the main reason we came there. Pick up the Nern root. Now I could start heading that way, and I could start heading that way. But before I do any of that, I want to go get a special item. So we're going to quick save. Because it is time. We don't need that. See, we completed the Pale Lady, which was stunning. Like I said, I didn't expect it. So we got a few quests done. but as you can see, not a huge amount. And that needs to change. There we go. We're going to read the Emperor's letter. But the Emperor's letter is over there. So we're going to head that way. And we're going to do it in style. We're not going to fast travel. At least not immediately. Because we need to build up that one-handed weapon. Build it up. Build it up. Okay. 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 And looky here. Unknown route, also known as alchemy experience. We like it. I just see there's a worker running away from us. I am shooting you for no reason. Basically, I'm doing this just to skill up my archery for no reason. Just because I can. Like I said, I like to hunt. I like to pretend I'm hunting. So, and I have 901 arrows, so might as well use some of them. Even though I can get them back when I loot the corpse, so. Which I do because I am obsessed with collecting arrows. Must collect all the arrows. All the arrows for me, none for them. Wahahaha. Quicksilver ore, huh? That's pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Pick up that grass quick. Is that? No, that's just a saber-toothed tiger. Oh, whiffed. See why I don't like the archery. Did a whole lot of damage in that one. Yeah, archery's annoying. See, I shot him through it. So, what do? We pull out this and just say, you're done. You're done, and I don't like you. Give me your stuff. Is there any... That is so stupid. That's why we're done with archery, people. Because we've got upgrades. No reason to ever do archery again. Shoot through the stupid animal. I don't know how people can play archer and honestly not have a bad time with this game. Old emerald ring. Daughter of Niven, that's what I was looking for. Okay. We are slowly making our way towards where we want to be. Keyword is slowly. See, the ice wolf runs away. The regular wolf is just like, yeah, I'm coming. I'll be right there. Don't you worry. We like the upgrade there and the heavy armor. You know, if I don't be careful, I'm going to... Yeah, there's a wolf. I did something. Totally didn't shoot lightning from my hands like a Sith Lord. Totally not. Didn't happen. You can't prove it. We're moving on. We'll quick save that. So we've discovered Dawnstar, gotten the Pale Blade, and there's an Imperial camp there. We've discovered a secret Dark Brotherhood sanctuary that we shouldn't know about, but now we do. We cleared out a couple of dungeons. Overall, I'd say that we're doing pretty well tonight. Progress. That's what we want. Progress. Take that and eat that worker meat. Where's that other worker at? Because you see, I got iron to hit. Now we've discovered a shipwreck. We also hit level 40. Started to discover these seashells on the coast. Mining that iron ore. Keeping it real, people. Keeping it real. I saw spiky grass, and now I don't, so I must have been seeing things. Which could be a sign of some other issues. In one mod, you get Stendar's hammer down there. Good luck trying to, you know, use it. Weighs like a bajillion pounds. Man, is it funny when you hit something, it would send things like a giant would back before I was lower, when I was lower level. The giants would send me flying. We never picked on one, we didn't give a reason for the giants to send us flying. Very important. Don't anger things bigger than you. Because you never know. You never know. And people will be like, why are you not fast traveling as close as you can to Solitude? Well, there's a reason for that. See, we want to unlock different areas over here for future considerations, so we can use them as fast travel points at that point. See, there are things that we need to take into account, like future endeavors. For main story reasons, for companion reasons, for all kinds of reasons. I got more reasons, okay? I don't need to explain it. There's an old saying. It's Chim, I ain't gotta explain. And then you can fill in the rest. Heading this way also gets me closer to Meridia's Bacon's final destination. Which is a good thing. We do want to do that quest. We want to get Dawnbreaker, or whatever it's called. And yeah, I think it's Dawnbreaker. Complete that and have that sword be our primary weapon. The views are not many for the Tim Tams today. There's a big glitch going on. Nobody's getting any views. I did not run across that problem. I did get low views, but nothing unusual. I'm a small account, so. We got 168 people that follow you. You tend not to hit the big numbers. But the weird part is some of my videos have had decent exposure on the TikTok, like the 16,000 view range. And still, I'm under 200 followers, which is sad. But the thing is, I really enjoy it. I don't let it get to me. I've met some really cool people on there. I've not met too many cool people on YouTube. I can't speak very highly about YouTube. It's a very sad and destructive place where people are jerks just to be jerks, it seems like. I'm glad I work at a place where I have to have thick skin. Because I think if people just wanted to get on YouTube just for validation, first of all, you shouldn't get on a social media platform or any real platform if you're just looking for other people to validate you and what you do. But YouTube's definitely not the place to do it. They are kind of a cesspit. They should be ashamed of the stuff they let get said on their platform. And I do totally blame the app for that, because they should be better at that. I mean, we've had people commit suicide because of what people have said to them on the internet, and the applications do nothing. They don't change anything. And that's really kind of despicable. The corundum ingots are going to be useful later. These are corundum ore, but corundum ingots will come. Oh, wait. I was just using my non-big boy spells just for reasons, but there's a reason not to use them, so. Just unlocking some areas. Not in a huge hurry to do anything. This is the one thing I think Skyrim does better than a lot of other things in terms of world. The world of Morrowind is very small, like almost insultingly small on how tiny it actually is. Oblivion was very generic. It was very medieval medieval fantasy, Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth type place, which totally didn't do Cyrodiil justice from previous writings of it. But Skyrim actually has very diverse land types. We're on a swamp right now. We spend time in the middle, which is grasslands. In the south, it's pretty much raining all the time, if you don't have mods to clear out the rain. Dun dun dun. And then up north, you have what you picture Skyrim being, in a mountainy, snowy, hostile place to live. So you have different climates for different places. And then in the Rift you have the most relaxed weather, the most livable weather conditions. So it's interesting. I like how they diversified that. That's one thing Bethesda needs to be given credit for. They learned from Oblivion a few things, but they learned in this instance, diversify your landscapes, give your players something different to look at, different to interact with, just something different, not just for the sake of being different, but actually enhancing your world. So they get credit for that. They did not have to do that. That was not a thing that was required of them. They could have stuck to their guns and really made Skyrim just a snowy tundra and gotten away with it completely, with maybe some grasslands for farms, but for the most part, snowy tundra, like 80%, 85%, 95% even. Like ridiculously high percentage, just all snowy tundra. No chance of anything else. And they didn't. Like I said, I'm in the middle of a swamp here. We've been through grasslands. We've been through some wooded areas. Oh, excuse me. It's getting late. We've been through some wooded areas. We've been through mountains. We've been through snowy areas. We've been through rainy areas. I mean, this is a country. We should be experiencing different weather systems and climates and things like that. And we do. Very important. It helps with different enemy types. I mean, here we are, a different type of frostbite spider than would be in the north. The frostbite spider in the north will be a different shade and have ice abilities. So, you know, the world is populated with creatures that make sense for the area they're in. The one thing I really don't like is the fact that all the characters have pretty much the same voice. They do not spend money on voice acting, and they do not consider it a priority. You can look at Oblivion in terms of how true that is. 12 voice actors for 1,000 characters, and 2 of the voice actors are unique. And Sean Bean and Patrick Stewart. So, yeah, basically 10 voice actors for 1,000 characters. That's insanity. They're literally just... they're not good at it. Ugh. That place will come into situation later. I love the Morrowind music in this game. The fact that I'm able to integrate it into the game is just awesome. Another thing we should really be thanking Bethesda for is the support on the mods. Sure, people will say they don't support it, but here I am playing a video game with mods on the Xbox. I didn't think I'd ever play a console version of a game with any kind of modding. I thought you'd have to either jailbreak your system or some crazy thing like that, because I thought modding would break a console. I didn't think the console would have the ability to understand what the mod language was. I was wrong, and I'm okay with that. Like, I don't know a lot about a lot, so it's very realistic that I'm wrong about things when it comes to computers and video game consoles. I'm not a game programmer, so I don't even try to pretend to be one on TV. We have some more ingredients we can digest here. Bone meal, canis root, something called a death bell. We stuck it in our mouth and ate it. That's awesome. I'm sure nothing evil will come of Nightshade. Can you tell how well things are going for us? Mine eyes, they burneth. As you see, that slaughterfish did not attack me. Ha 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 ha. If I'm going to be walking around exploring places, I might as well grow levels onto my muffle. I haven't discovered the standing stone yet. That's one of the things I want to do. I want to discover the standing stone. Okay, well, we need to do that. We have discovered several locations in this area. The elk is dead. Go ahead. Open that for me. Like I said, it's important to quick save because as you see, the game is processing ingredients and what they do, so that can be a difficult thing to deal with. I'm not really interested in going there right now. I am interested in getting that standing stone. Finding 2 standing stones tonight would be a good bonus. Level up twice, get 2 standing stones, get a relic. I mean, that's much more than I thought I was going to accomplish. Oops. There we go. He was already pretty much dead. I'm curious what got him. That deer's long gone, as far as I'm concerned. Up the Apprentice Stone. A very unique way to play Elder Scrolls, and a very overpowered way to play Elder Scrolls if you can get the setup right. It's a very broken way to play the video game, but totally an option. Like, it's a vanilla option, so they knew what they were doing. It doesn't let you regenerate magic, but it lets you absorb it. And that can be very interesting. The game would be a very different playthrough for me in this if I did that, and I prefer not to. Huh. So I'll say it's still saying I was in combat, but it just gave me a last second boost in my heavy armor, which is fine. I will not dispute the heavy armor upgrade. We're just going to go ahead and open up Morthal here. There we go. Morthal is unlocked. We're not going to go into Morthal, but we are going to put a save down and level up. I want to keep Magicka 100 points above stamina. That's basically what it boils down to. So, illusion countdown, conjuration. We're going obviously with this. Very good. I should really get dual casting next because it would be funny for restoration and destruction because it costs more, but my magic doesn't matter because apprentice spell level and novice spell level spells I cast for free. We've done very well tonight. Like I said, I didn't expect to get the pale blade at all. I just was like, oh, here we are. Let's do it. So I'm like, I'm giddy right now. I know I just one little relic, but I mean, relics are powerful, powerful weapons and armor. They're not meant to be like hoarded. You find one in 4 lifetimes. It's an amazing accomplishment for an adventurer. And obviously you don't live for 4 lifetimes, so relic and gear is good, and I have mods on to make it better because Skyrim's relics really aren't that good. If I'm being 100% honest. A couple of them are, but most of the time Skyrim relics suck. You'd rather make your own. Granted, your own, Stalrum or dragon or Daedric item, and then you enchant it with something ridiculous. You've got a relic in and of itself that's completely overpowered. Like, you can get enchanting to 100. You can, in the vanilla game, you can put 2 enchantments in there, and that's pretty difficult to do in real, like, fantasy type game. I don't want to say real life, because obviously there's no such thing as any of this in real life. Go ahead and take the speech increase. Yes, we will. We'll take the garlic, that's fine. Revnar, this is for Miko. Very sad story. His owner is old and died. And then he becomes your dog, like in Fallout 4 and 3. We'll go ahead and save this. Is this either Dragon's Bridge or Shorestone? I'm not sure which. Because it's nearing 1 a.m. and the brain just isn't quite functioning the way it should right now. Just see. It's pretty nice armor there. Oh, it's Frost River. Okay. We have iron ore to mine here. These locations that I'm locking are just making the map happy as can be. As you can see Frost River down here. I'm not used to being right here. So, interesting. We have several locations unlocked there for certain situations when they arise. We obviously have those. We haven't unlocked anything in between Dawnstar and Winterhold and Windhelm. Nothing unlocked. We do know the Shrine of Azura is here, we just haven't been there. Ooh, we gotta get Azura's star too. We're not quite ready for that yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's alright. Everything's doing fairly well. Like, I'm really happy how this is coming along. It's been very interesting to narrate this too and talk while going through this run. One day I might even get more than one viewer, which I'm happy with the one. Especially if you're like a recurring viewer, It's nice to see you again. It's nice to have a viewer to talk to in the void of the video game. It's a dragon bridge here. Oh, they fixed the chat room. Cool. We're gonna unlock Dragon Bridge, which I think is a pretty crappy town, actually. But man, this music is good. It's beyond. We're in beyond Skyrim music here, and they need to be given credit for what they were able to pull off. I know I've ranted about how they need to release more, and they do. They really do. But getting worked up over that isn't worth it. It's a half a regard. Don't you love the fun names Elder Scrolls gives some things? They like give them these names and we're expected to pronounce them correctly, and then people get mad when you don't, but they have 47 letters. I can pronounce Solitude and Windhelm and Winterhold and Dragon's Bridge and Frost River and Shorestone and Riften and Riverwood, Falkreath, Markarth, stuff like that, not a problem. Then you get to some places that are just absolutely out there and you're like, what the heck? Folks, we're actually nearing a place we want to be. We're not going to do it tonight. We'll probably do it next stream, actually, though. Because it's a very in-depth dungeon.
Look at my temple lying in ruins.
See?
So much for the constancy of mortals, their crafts and their hearts. If they love me not, how can my love reach them?
I don't know, lady. You're just a terrible, terrible, awful Daedra, and everyone seems to think you're this great person. Go look up what Meridia did back in the day. Meridia's a terrible Daedra. Like, one of the worst. And we make Meridia out to be this great and wonderful Daedra. Her and Azura. At least they didn't try and make Boethia a patron saint of something. That would have been absolutely ridiculous. Because Boethia, Meridia, and Azura are actually the Daedra that the Dunmer put their trust in. And look what happened to them. They went from Chimer to with golden skin, and then Azura cursed them and gave them the skin they have now. Which is why Vivek is half and half. He's half Chimer, half Dunmer. Now he's fully dead. It's like fourth era done. He's done. The living gods are non-existent. Sothasil was dead in Morrowind. You find his corpse, which was horrifying, because Amalaxia was a crazy psychopath, and then you end up killing her because she's a crazy psychopath. And then you see they have ebony helmets, but then you end up killing her, and you have the option of killing Vivek, which is pretty cool if you think about it. The ability to kill a living god, that's pretty awesome, but he's a pretty tough fight and kind of boring. Because he has such high statistics, he's just hard to hit. When you do hit him, barely does anything. It's no matter what level you are, it just feels like you're not getting anywhere when you try and kill a living god. But there are actual mods that make the boss fight like a Japanese cartoon and anime type thing, and you go through all these stages and you fight Vivek as a giant head. Basically, it's a piece of work. There we go. So we unlocked Catalina's farm. Now, if you ever have an alternate start that starts you off in Solitude Docks because you decided to bring aboard a ship to Solitude, it's actually a very good place to start your game in a new game with a big mod loadout, because you want to start from the docks and basically run up this road from the docks where that guard is, run up here and just run towards Solitude. The reason being, this is a very good stress test for your game. This will decide if you...
My father was all the family I ever had. I felt so lost when he died.
This will decide if your mod order is too far out there and cannot be salvaged.
If you've come to Solitude
I
to
can't.
join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here, or you'll end up like Rodney.
Yeah, but this is a great mod stress test. If you can make it into Solitude with the game not breaking, and then actually make it in the city, you have a good mod loadout, and you should be stable at least for 25 hours. I know it's not saying much because Skyrim is a 100+ hour game, but mods will shorten your gameplay time. It's just a matter of fact. This is our first time in Solitude, so
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
we have to say goodbye to Mr. Rogvir.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your
You
mother...
betrayed us.
Lock the city gate.
Now, moving around too much right now is actually a bad idea, so we're gonna pick a spot and shut up.
Best she know now,
We're all hardly then.
Rogver, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrik. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Torrik. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Calm down.
Boo!
Very well, Rogver. Bow your head.
When was the last time?
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Gone.
On that day, he ceases to have a head, and his body and his head are detached. He's the guard that let Ulfric Stormcloak get away after he killed the High King of Skyrim and plunged Skyrim into a civil war. So, all these people despise this guy.
Bad rubbish, I said.
You wouldn't be a
Let's talk to this guy.
sellsword, would you? I have a little problem you could solve.
You know, I like what you gotta talk.
Find yourself in my city, friend. You stay out of trouble now. Yeah? Yes? Yes? Huh?
It shouldn't have been like this.
I'm gonna pick this up and actually take his
Yes?
Amulet of Talos.
Yes? Yes? Hmm?
Damn shame, Rogver.
Yes?
You're a good man. They say the college has been snooping around Sarthor. Mages in a burial crypt? No good can come of that.
True?
Just a little one.
Hmm? Yeah? Yes?
I'm sure she'll accept it.
Ah, there we go.
I may have accidentally
What's this problem
let a
you
prisoner
have?
escape. The leader of one of those bandit groups. I told everyone he died during questioning, and I need you to track him down and make sure he doesn't show up to disprove that. Good. I'll
Okay.
have a sack of coin waiting for you when you get back. Remember,
Okay.
I need that bandit not alive.
Don't worry.
There's nothing like a good song to lift the spirit in troubled times.
There is a metric ton to do in Solitude. There's the Imperial Legion, there's that quest, there's several other quests for NPCs, the Bard's College, obviously becoming a Thane, buying a house. Just loads to do, and it's all stuff we're probably going to do, so that's a good thing. Like, Solitude is filled with content. You could spend 70 hours in Solitude easy and just get lost in it.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and my working days are done. You help
This
me.
guy seems
You
interesting.
help people, right? That's what you do. My master
What do
has
you need?
abandoned me. Abandoned his people. And nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help? Last I
how
saw
can I
him,
find
he
him?
was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No. Such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been
Dervenin should
ages
be a
since they
name
had
you should
last had
recognize.
tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that. Without his guidance,
Why need him
our
back?
homeland is falling apart. North wages war against South. The holy flame flickers and dies. We need his return. Oh, but I'm sure he'll repay you when he comes to his senses. His favor is a powerful, powerful thing, and so very worth any inconveniences. He is a great
Who
man,
is he?
but one rarely praised. He rules twin empires that span the length and breadth of our minds. All know him, but few can name him. But he has forbidden me from saying his name. He says it distracts him, and woe to those who draw his ire. But you will know him when you see him. He's the one who made me like this.
How can I get to your master?
King of the Blue Palace. The doors are locked, and only Falk Firebeard can grant entry. But I hear the maids, Una and Erdi, know how to enter it for cleaning. Surely they can help for such an important matter.
Here.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
He is a servant of Sheogorath, the most popular Daedric prince in the game, by miles. Azura and Sheogorath are the two most favorited of all the Daedric princes. They're pretty much in every game. Sheogorath has gone through the most metamorphosis. He's very, well, that's not true. Boethia has, because Boethia has gone from male to female, back to male. Complicated. Back to female. He's a male in Morrowind and a female in this, so awkward, but whatever. And it's nothing to do with transgender, he's just a Daedric prince, and I think Daedric princes are above male-female recognition. But Sheogorath used to be, like when you summoned a Daedra on the wrong day, Sheogorath would show up at Daggerfall and tell you his unbrothers and unsisters were too busy to be bothered, so they sent him, and now you need to go on a quest to go get the relic of Sheogorath, and that's kind of fun. He shows up obviously in ESO. He shows up in Oblivion, obviously in Shivering Isle. That's the big DLC that's outstanding and was totally worth the purchase and playthrough because it was one of the best video game experiences you can have in Elder Scrolls. Which is saying something in Oblivion. Oblivion's a terrible game, really. Like, it's not a game I would recommend. That's actually a Thieves Guild sign, right? Oh, no, it's not. But there are Thieves Guild signs on doors and such. And the fun part about Sheogorath in this game, he's actually your character from Oblivion. The hero of Kvatch becomes the next Sheogorath in a weird twist of fate after beating Jiglag. We are not going to do his quest tonight. We will do it next stream, though, probably. We're going to do a couple Daedric quests next stream. Daedric quests for everyone. Now that the Hall of Vigilance is completely destroyed. But we are headed towards a relic that we wanted. You see, we're in the Castle Dower. This is the base of the Imperial Legion in Skyrim. Haven't even gone into the palace or done any of that stuff. We're not here to join the Legion. We're not doing it right now. Civil War's waiting. We're not fully prepared for a civil war yet. Letter to General Tullius. Basically, they found a relic. One of the relics.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf
Jarl Balgruuf is kind of a bad Jarl. But we aren't interested in him right now. No, no, no. We're interested in something much more important. Much more important. These guys are camped in random spots throughout Skyrim, so we're just headed to them now. This is going to be the last thing we do because I'm getting tired. But it's an important thing, and a thing that is worth doing. Well, one of the last things. I want to do a couple things. But this is the last major thing we're going to do. Because like I said, the Pale Blade kind of threw off the plan. Which is fine. Sometimes plans are meant to be broken. And clearly, the Pale Blade was worth breaking the plan for. Even though we're not using it. I know we're not using it. But I never intended to. We haven't gotten the enchanting to where we want it to be for our relic use yet. We'll get there though. We will. We're doing fine so far. Fine, just fine. So easily distracted by butterflies and deer and mud crabs. I know, I shouldn't waste fire salts, but I want to know what everything does. Ugh. Now I could mess around, but not a chance. These guys are not gonna meet.
You're already dead. You can't.
These guys kind of hit hard.
No more.
Cool. There we go, folks. The Lord's Mail. But if we wear it now, we will suffer a reduction in 50 points to health, stamina, and magicka, so we're not going to do that. Basically, we gotta go back to Solitude and take care of that. Pilus Oculus. Nice. So we've collected the Lord's Mail, which is good. Main objective of tonight accomplished. We leveled up enough to get the Lord's Mail. We got the Lord's Mail. Now we're going to uncurse it, and then we're going to make it stronger, because that's how we do. And then I'm going to go make my alchemy thing more, my alchemy lab stronger, like my workbenches.
Jari, it doesn't matter how many times you ask.
You might want to.
Jari's a jerk.
You're missing out on some wonderful opportunities working in that bar.
Let's do this real quick. Wolf belt. There we go. Exciting stuff, but I like the fact that I have a mod that makes smelting and tanning increase your smithing. As you see, we've jumped to 88, almost 89 smithing because of that.
Take a look. Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
I appreciate that, dude.
I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fellow who wrote the cookbook.
Free arrows.
Let me guess. Someone stole your...
Someone stole my sweet roll. How did you guess? I have different lines for the guards, but they're still going to repeat some of the old ones, which is fine.
I'm telling
They're all
you, I
new
heard
and
it.
wonderful
How you-
methods.
Those werewolf tales are true.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Thanks. Also, Lord's Mail has been cleansed. We'll go from steel plate armor at 118. We're going to put the Lord's Mail on. It's at 80 right now, but you see opponents in melee range have 5 points of health absorbed per second. Increases poison resistance by 75% and magic resistance by 17%. This is a loaded piece of gear right here, and now it's on me. So, look out.
What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn?
I don't know. You're talking to him. Alright. It's auto-saving, so we don't need to save. We're gonna head back home. And like I said, I wanna start upgrading my alchemy. Very successful day. We got the Pale Blade, cleared out a few dungeons, and got the Lord's Mail. So, no complaining whatsoever. Collect some stuff here. Gonna plant one of these. She's telling me to place a carrot in there. That's funny. It's not happening. Okay, that's rude. Sorry, I'm starting to fade a little bit here, but I'm almost done, so. So that 118 just became 127. Yeah. Just saying. Go ahead and go inside.
I think we may have a problem in the basement. Been hearing a lot of scurrying down there lately.
Okay. Interesting. Now that's fully upgraded. As you see, on occasion you find some skeevers in the basement. You just do. And you see the Lord's Mail just pretty much takes care of them before I even can, so. Cool, we have a shrine of Stendar, so we have a shrine now. And that's awesome because now we can cure a disease here. There it is. Oh, interesting. It's a one-handed weapon. Interesting. Now it's really pretty. So the pale blade is taken care of and hidden away.
Honor to you, my Thane.
Is that weird that I almost passed out right there in the middle of a stream? That would have been weird. Not something I would recommend doing.
I am your sword and your shield.
So you see, alchemy is well worth doing.
Honored you, my Thane.
Honor to me, she says. Gaining and losing carry weight. Gotta love it. So that's that shelf of books. Now we have 18 more to put on this one. Okay. Do. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Cool. So that will take care of that for tonight. I am very tired. I'm going to go to bed. Stream some tomorrow. We got our Lord's Mail equipped. We are kicking butt. We got the Pale Blade. We cleared out 3 dungeons. Not bad. And took care of business. I am very happy with how that stream went. So, also got to level 41. So we will pick this up later. I am off to bed. Good night, everybody.